Hello, Randy Rain here. Did you know that escape rooms are big business and I want in? I have a friend who builds escape rooms, so I asked him, what are some things that I could build that are needed in the escape room business that aren't already out there? So, behold, the D6 puzzle. Now, don't get me wrong, there are escape rooms that have puzzles like these in them. Matter of fact, my friend has built one. However, if you don't know how to make one of these from scratch, you have to pay someone like me to make one, and that's what he did. But the one they made was hard-coded, where mine is programmable. So this is my D6 puzzle. It takes 6 to 12 volts DC. The relay can handle 24 volts at 1 amp. As you can see, I made it look like a 6-sided die. It has 6 terminal connections, 2 for the power, 3 of them are the connections for the relay switch, and the A is for activate, and I'll get to that. Now the whole thing works on these MPU 6050 modules, which are 6-axis motion tracking modules that combine a 3-axis accelerometer and a 3-axis gyroscope. And I'm really just using the accelerometer basically, and I'm detecting gravity. That way I can know which side is pointing up. So I just have a 9-volt connecting to it. And you can see that it lights up. Now if I move it around, you can see nothing really happens. But if I go to 4, the little blue LED goes on. So if I move it to 2, and then I move it back to 4, that blue LED comes on. And the reason is because it's programmed right now, and 4 is the first number to put. The actual code is 4121. So if I move it to 3, you can see it doesn't do anything. 2 doesn't do anything. 4 there. So it's 4, 1, 2, 1. Click. And that solved the puzzle. Now, if you want to change it, you have to push the set button. And so you would program it first, and then this would be put inside the object. And of course, if it's inside that object, it's not going to see that little LED flash. So if you want to add something of your own to it, that's what the A terminal does. So if you want to add your own LEDs, or you can put a transistor on there and make it turn on something, that's what that's for. But let's say you have it on something that rotates, and it just rotates around this axis like this. And you want the code to be 5, 3, 2, 4. You can see it blink there. Well, what you do is you put it to 5, and you push the set button. That starts it. You go 5, 3, 2, 4, and then push the button again. And now you can see when I move to 4, it doesn't do anything. I move to 1, it doesn't do anything. But if I go to 5, 5, 3, 2, click. And so now the code is 5324. And it can do up to 10. I could have made it done more, but you will never go over 10. But let's say you just want it to move, like be here and go here, here, and here, and here, like that. You can push 1. Now 3, 1, 4, 1, push. And now click. And that's how you work the D6 puzzle. So now let me show you what's inside. So this is my circuit. I designed it, then I used my CNC machine to mill out the little PCB. Now, I was informed that this MPU 6050 uses 3.3 volts. So I have a voltage regulator for it, but there are two voltage regulators because that relay switch needs 5 volts at least. However, there is a 16F18323 PIC chip here that I programmed. It can take 5 volts, but I have it running on the same 3.3 volts that the accelerator module is using. And it uses I2C, so you have to have some pull-up resistors. The 4.7K are the classic ones to use. Of course, there's a transistor to turn on the relay switch. I have a backwards diode across the coil of the relay switch. Capacitors for the voltage regulators, LEDs, the terminals. I also have a single pin dip switch here. And you can access it from the side. And all it does is make it latching or not latching. So right now it's set that when you solve the puzzle, it turns on for a little bit, then goes off. If you want it latching, you can switch it to that. And once the puzzle is solved, it turns the relay on and it stays on. And to reset it, you have to turn the module off and back on. Now, the interesting thing about these modules is if you think about it, like imagine you have a spring with a weight on the end of it. And so gravity is pulling it down. And imagine if you had a way of detecting that. And so when you move it around, you would be able to detect its different positions and whatnot. Well, that's basically what this little sensor is doing just on the atomic level. It's just doing the exact same thing with just a handful of atoms, which is pretty freaking amazing. So I programmed the chip using Great Cal Basic, which the more I use this, the more I love it. You can set up the I2C, which is very complicated, but AI will help you with that. You can see with this, do variable arrays. So the puzzle code, it all gets stored here. And so basically, there's some routines here that you can get the accelerometer values from the device. And then I have one that gets the die face, and it's just a math problem at this point. And then here is checking everything to see if you do it correctly. And then here's the when, turn the relay on and the LED on. If you have the little dip switch here, it goes into an endless loop. And if you don't have it, it will continue on and turn everything off and reset everything. Then, of course, here's the button mechanics and how it reads all the positions. And then last, you have your little do loop here that runs the whole thing. I love the Great Cal Basic in these chips because it gets turned into machine code. And then that machine code is running on the chip. And so that's basically how the circuit works. And then I printed out my little cube for it. And it doesn't have to look like a 6-sided die. But I think that will help a lot when it comes to programming it and understanding how to mount the thing and all that. Some of the pips on the die are actually holes, and you can use those for mounting. Of course, I made my little label, which I just printed out on some sticky paper and then put some sticky laminate over the top, cut it out, and bam, you have the D6 puzzle for escape rooms. A programmable positional puzzle ready to go. So you want to see it in action one more time. Plug it in. Let's reset it. Let's start with, that would be 6. We'll go 3, 2, 1. 6, 3, 2, 1. So 6, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we'll go to 6, 3, 2, 1. Click. I love this little thing. I'm pretty proud of this little device, if I say so myself. So there it is. That's my D6 puzzle. Hopefully it will be in an escape room near you sometime soon. But if you liked the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank these people. These are the patrons. These are the people who brought you this stuff. I couldn't do any of this stuff without them. They're the ones that keep me going. And I thank them oh so very much. And if you'd like to become a patron, there's links and perks and stuff. So please go check it out. Anyway, Thanks for watching. If I go to 5, blank, 3, start over, 5, 3, did I miss it? 5, 3, try again, 5, 3, 2, click.